first note on Karenina by Tolstoy. This is a book listed as one of the best novels ever written. You can find the complete list if you're interested on the Guardian site, or if you Google for the Norwegian Book Club. They had this initiative. They asked, if I'm not wrong, about 100 writers from some 57 countries. Salman Rushdie, Umberto Eco among them, which are the best books of humanity, and they came up with a very interesting list on which we have Anne Karenina, War and Peace, Crime and Punishment, and more. And Anne Karenina is, of course, we all know that, a masterpiece, a chef d'oeuvre. And I need to try and have this note to convince me that it's wonderful, flabbergasting, mesmerizing, because ever since I've read about Tolstoy and others, Hemingway, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Ibsen, Marx, never mind Marx, I hated him anyway, and a few others. I've read how they misbehaved and how atrocious some of them were in their private life. Rousseau gave his children away. I mean, he took them to the door of the orphanage, knowing that 9 out of 10 would die back in that age. And knowing that Tolstoy was awful in some ways, has had an impact on the way I look at his work. So now, instead of being wide-eyed while again reading Anne Karenina, I am biased and have a tendency to be critical, overcritical, I guess, and look at the characters I don't like, but this should be and would be overcome with a different mindset, and I need to see more of the good side of Kitty, not her frailty. Frailty, thy name is woman, Shakespeare, when Hamlet talks to his mother. And instead of noticing that she, in the first place, is attracted to this Vronsky character, Don Giovanni, a man who likes to manipulate, vain, narcissistic, Trump-like, interested in quick conquest and hedonistic short term. I was like that. Maybe I still am. I should try and find normal excuse. She is a teenager, really. Innocent and naive. She doesn't know better. She can be seduced than she is. And knowing what happens, I should look forward to the moment when she comes of age, when wisdom is overcoming brusqueness and impulsiveness. Then there's living. A very good man, kind, solid, perhaps not as sparkling as Vronsky, but then there are many bad sparkling wines and some excellent, I don't know, Beaujolais, Bordeaux. I'm not good at wines, but I've of course heard about them. And in some way, because I've just seen Defending Your Life, Daniel, played by Albert Brooks, reminds me of Levin in some way, because perhaps he should have been a bit more dashing, more courageous in fighting for his cause. It's not sure if that would have done anything to change the mind of Kitty, this teenager. But still, Levin, to begin with, is too intimidated, overpowered by his love. It's also true that this tends to happen. I'm thinking as a poem I love and know it by heart, I would say in the language I know and try to make an approximate translation. M-ați intuit când dor și chin iubirea? No, it's not this one. De multe ori blândețea ei mă învață când sfătuiesc cu gândul ce mă gână sau nu-ți fie la ce mă ține în frână și drept să înfrun cu vorbă îndrăznească. Și ok, când îi zăresc, mă îngheață, căci cel ce pot amorul i-a pus în mână tot ce am, făcându-mă stăpână pe moarte și pe viață. When I see her eyes, I froze. I'm frozen. That's one thing. That's what happens to Levin. He's so in love, he's so overwhelmed by this fabulous creature, this divine, angelic apparition, that he's unable to react. That's right. When I see her eyes, I'm frozen. O vorbă n-am rostit vreodată, să fiți de alții înțeleasă. A word, I never said a word that others can understand. That's love. Când poți să spui cum azi, nu știi ce-i focul.